if anybody can donate $1, $2, whatever they can donate is fine. I'm not picky, but like I'm saying, at that rate, it's gonna take a while. Like, yes, I'm gonna buy a house with it. I'm not scamming people. I need a house. Like, I cannot do it there anymore. I am not sleeping properly. I'm lacking sleep. I'm trying to get on these programs that are taking too long. There's too much wait list. Nobody's getting help. They want to talk about how they're focusing on families, but then they're not really helping families. So what is really going on? Because why do you have these programs for families if you can't help them? Make that make sense. Like, hello? You're telling me I don't qualify for these programs because, one program was like, they don't work with people anymore. They work with families. Okay. Income-based home. Yeah, I might. There's so the lady that went viral for being homeless in the street with her 2 kids, they got her a house with no mortgage, which is what I'm going to try to aim for. I could literally talk to them because I'm homeless. A house with no mortgage is great because then I don't have to pay a monthly fee. Because when you buy a house, you have to pay monthly taxes. But see, the thing is I don't know. It's a huge ask for people. And I have to keep saying this. I don't feel entitled to $500,000. At this point, I need to buy a house so I can focus on my social media. That's it. I'll start making YouTube videos. Right now, my monetization is turned off because I haven't been posting anything because I don't have anything to post. I have to leave places. Just to go live and go do things and film stuff, which is hard because there isn't really anything to film if you don't have any money. Like, I want to do plus size clothing hauls. I want to work on my clothing line. I don't got money for that. Like, someone says getting a job doesn't necessarily mean go getting a job. They said you can start a small business. Yeah, I can. But with what money? There are some businesses you can start with no money. But eventually you have to invest money to make money. That's the only way you're ever going to make money. You can't just do... POVs are difficult to come up with and stuff. I do not feel good today because of my allergies and then some other stuff, which it's pissing me off. Like, here there isn't anything. I like me and another person had offers to go to California because that guy was like, yeah, I have a place there if you don't get anything, but I can't move all of my stuff there and live there, like I can, and then just work on my social media, but my mom's not gonna do that. And it sucks because nobody is getting the help here, and it has nothing to do with a job because there are people that get help without income. I literally applied for a program that is no income, that I'm on a wait list, who knows when, for housing, for an apartment. Yeah, because houses are not cheap. You have to have the buying, the closing costs. If you're bidding on a house, you have to remember, if I want a house, I can't just say I want the house, I'm gonna buy it. Someone else may want the house, meaning that the house gets bid. You have to bid on the house. On top of that, you have to pay money for inspections because we do need to see the foundation of the house and see if it's a good foundation. Even though it looks like it's livable, there still could be issues. So I have to put forth money for an inspector to go out to inspect the house on top of the bidding cost, because if someone else wants the house, we are fighting back and forth. We are bidding for the house. So that's going to go up, and I may have to go a little over the asking price just because, I may have to go a little over the asking price just to get the house, because sometimes some people, they'll stop. They won't go a little over. I know what it takes to buy a house. Like, people say, I don't think you understand what it takes to buy a house. Just like I do, because my dad wanted to do real estate. he wanted to buy property, sell property, flip houses. I know enough to buy a house. Like, yeah, there are ways around it, like buying a house with no mortgage. You buy a house with no mortgage. I can't get an apartment because it's not cheaper. They want 3 times the rent. I would rather own my house with no mortgage and not have to pay anything. It's cheaper to own a house than it is to rent an apartment, because all your rent for like 20 years, imagine if you're renting an apartment for like 20 years, that equates to like hundreds of thousands of dollars you could have spent to buy a house. I'm tired of renting from people anymore. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to rent. I would rather have a house so I know it's stable. I don't have to worry about being kicked out, put out. I own my house. No one could say anything. It's a house. And I need I don't have the means to make YouTube videos the way that I want to, or to do any of that. And for people who are saying Comic-Con's not till January, and I'm not asking for $500,000 for a Comic-Con. That is insane work for someone to be asking for that. To be making the excuse of like Comic-Con. I'm not even thinking about Comic-Con right now. I already am in straits. Like, I need a place right away, you know, because like I could have roommate with people, but I don't have no money. And now look what's happening. They can't even get help. Like, I could have, you know, and it's difficult, especially in my situation. Like, these programs are just taking way too long. When I talked about that lady that was there at the West Side shelter for like 4 years, she's been waiting for housing for 4 years. No. Okay, so a trailer, I know because I have relatives that own a trailer. You have to pay monthly for your plot, your land, so it's not free. You still have to pay, and you still have to pay a mortgage on top of that. So it's going to be more expensive, and some trailers require you to use propane. They run on propane. I know, because my friend got a trailer for free and she couldn't keep up the propane. Propane's expensive. Propane and propane accessories, they're expensive. Like, my friend got a trailer for free and she lived in it for a while, and then she ended up giving it to her uncle because she couldn't afford it because of the propane was so expensive. And on top of that, you have to pay for where you park your trailer. You can't just park it there and it's free. You have to pay that rent. Like, with a house, you can get it without a mortgage. That lady that was homeless with her 2 kids, they got her a house without a mortgage. We're homeless. You don't have to have an income to buy a house. They do it all the time for people. I've seen people get blessed with houses, with apartments. They do it all the time. But see, the apartment, they help someone pay it for a year, which means he could easily get a high-paying job. I can't get a high-paying job because I don't have a degree. There's that. And I can't work anyways because of the PTSD and the depression. And what people fail to understand is depression, you don't turn it on and off. That's not how it works. You can't just turn on and off your depression. Like, people think, oh, you went to a Jonas Brothers concert, you were able to go, but you didn't have depression then. I am depressed. I just don't, it's not a thing you turn on and off. Like, depression hits you when it hits you. And I feel like a failure. I really do. I feel like I failed people. Because if I had income, I would just pay for a house and say, hey, come live with me. You know, because I hate seeing other people struggling to find a place. It's not right. Like, this city is not helping homeless people. They're in the streets. They're out of their mind on the blue pills, you know, censor. Getting drugged up every single night, and they're not doing anything about it. And trust me, I am being 100% truthfully honest with where the money is gonna go. I have to bury my brother on top of that too, and we do have to get furniture. That's another thing. And I have to pay to move everything from my storage. I can barely pay my storage as it is, and I'm trying to get a place. But with the way things are going, like, when people suggest something, I've already done that. when people suggested my mom get on disability, it takes 6 to 8 months, possibly even past a year. She got denied. She got denied, and then, no, I'm not gonna get myself evicted because I own We can't keep moving from one place to another. I get an apartment, someone sees where I'm at, and then they report us to the apartments. I need a house. I just need a house so I can work on my social media, so I can do the things that I want to do to make the money, because I need to start moving quickly towards YouTube, because Trump is getting rid of TikTok. TikTok is not going to be an app. He wants you to download a separate app that is not TikTok, and that's going to be whatever it's called. It's not going to be called TikTok. It's stupid. Like, I need to hop on YouTube before I can. I'm getting good views there. If I just keep working at it, go to therapy, better myself, hey, we could keep this page positive. We can work towards fixing this page and getting it back to where it needs to be. But I'm already upset because some things happen, and it bothers me, because what is this city, what is this state doing to help homeless people besides dumping them in shelters and then saying tough luck? Like, that's shitty. And the whole place is a health hazard. It's shitty. There's food crumbs everywhere. There's mice everywhere. There was a mouse literally in my hygiene bag. Like, there's people on mental illness that are having manic depressions, manic episodes, that are screaming their heads off, and they're not saying, well, hey, let's get them help, let's get them on their medication. No, these people are having paranoia, because one lady was saying, you're just trying to get the cops to shoot me, going into paranoia. And it was so sad because I was watching this. Like, look at what my dad's going through, and he could probably be picked up by ICE if they think he's not from here. That's another thing I gotta worry about. ICE affects everyone, including black people. It's something that, I never sat here and said, hey, I feel entitled to $500,000, give it to me. That is an insane, crazy amount to ask for. But in the same breath, I just, I need stable housing. If I have the means to be rich, to be honest with you, I feel like I could be a millionaire. But right now, with focusing on trying to get a house and being in survival mode all the time, and trying to take care of my disabled mother, that doesn't help. And being denied access to my social media, being told, well, you can't go live here. You can't go live here. When I go live somewheres, they have people, or I don't go live, but if I was to go live, I see, like, I'll be sitting there on my phone and someone's next to me. Like, they're trying to see if I'm going live. They have people watching me. Like, it is so crazy. I don't think I feel entitled to that money. It's not a want, it's a need at this point, because we can't be struggling anymore. Paying the amount of rent that we're going to pay is going to equate to buying a house in, 20 years? I don't want to live in an apartment forever. Like, I really, truly don't. And I can work on my social media. I can do YouTube. I can make really great content. I took film class, so I know how to use cameras and stuff. The issue is the content that I'm making is not the greatest. I know that because I don't have a way. I can go out somewhere and make content. But yeah, what am I going to talk about? I talk about things that people are like, shut up. I want to do clothing hauls. I want to design clothes. I have ideas for shoes. I don't got money for that. Like the prototype stuff. My mom has a disability. My mom's disabled. She deserves to have a house. And I'm not saying, and here's the thing, if you can't donate and you're struggling, please do not donate. No one's forcing you to. No one said donate if you're struggling. Like, to say I'm struggling And you're asking, no, I'm not asking struggling people. Did I not say tag people who can? Like, hello, I never said donate if you're struggling. I understand we're all struggling. But hey, look at it this way. Let's put this into perspective. If we all gave each other $1, right? Let's say there's 1,600 people. Imagine the 5 million viewers on my page gave each other $1 on Cash App. You'd be $5 million richer and be able to buy a house. Instead of putting money in corporations that are not making living wages. Someone said that I think if I get a job, I'm not going to make a living wage. I don't think. I know so. We all know so. We know exactly what the government's doing. We could see it. We could see that they're making more money than us. $330-something million amongst all the people in the government combined. And you've got celebrities out here living lavish lives, literally flying in jets from 15 minutes from one place to another, like Taylor Swift. Come on, if everybody gave each other $1 in Cash App, everyone would be richer. Imagine the 5.5 million people on my page giving each other $1. That would be insane, because then we would all be rich. It's just $1. But I do like sorry, I was gonna say asthma. It's not. It's my allergies. I can't get allergy medicine, so I have to ask them when I get back. Yeah, you would. If 5 million people gave each other $1, that would make you rich. What is 5 million plus 1? $5 million. Because it's $1. Do the math. Yeah, I would. 5 million people exchanging $1 amongst each other, it will work. You give one person $1, someone gives you $1, and then it repeats the cycle. No, you don't give $1 around. You make sure that someone always has $1, and you stack up dollars. It's not that hard to give each other $1. It's just $1. You spend loads of money on albums that you really don't need. I haven't bought an album in a long time. Yeah, I do go out to eat because sometimes when I leave, I haven't had breakfast. But I wouldn't be spending that money. Look, it's all about not consuming or giving to capitalism anymore. Like, it's just with ICE and everything, that's also sad. Because one girl said that now, if you speak Spanish and you look brown, they can just target you. Like, it doesn't make sense. Charlie Kirk's wife literally had a GoFundMe after he died and hopped right back into taking over the company. That lady did not care about her husband. She literally sat up there with a face full of makeup, talking to people, holding this Republican rally. That's all it was. It wasn't a funeral. It was a Republican rally. Talking about they found a cure to cancer, saying that the cure to cancer is stop taking Tylenol. What is wrong with these politicians and people? I'm tired of seeing other people rich and I'm not rich. I'm tired of being denied access to my live streams or my page is being told, you can't do social media. They know I'm capable of making a lot of money. I made $3,000 in January and was trying to buy an RV. But RVs are slightly expensive. And the money that I was trying to save went to fix the cars and other stuff, which was fixing the cars. Like, I don't feel entitled to have 500,000. That is not what I'm trying to say. I never said I felt entitled. I'm just trying to make a living so I can work. That's it. Even if I have to do work from home while I live in the house, hey. I can't work in person, but I could work from home. I could do social media. I could buy a nice camera and do social media. There's a lot of money. There's a lot that goes into to the funding. When you buy a house, especially if someone else wants the house, you have to bid. Then I have to bury my brother. I have to get furniture, and I have to buy and I have to pay to move all of my stuff, and I'm about to lose my storage with all of my brother's stuff in it. He has a huge CD collection, a nice CD collection, Disney collection. You're not donating for me to have money. You're donating for me to get a house. I don't know how else to make you believe it, because if I don't have money, I cannot just pick out a house. I have to have that money. Why is there someone screaming? That's crazy. Probably talking to themselves. Anyways, when someone said, who was that in the background? There was this lady, she's obnoxious, she talks to herself, and she was singing a gospel song out loud. My Savior will never fail, or something like that. I don't know. No, because it's not about having money. That money's gonna go towards the house. So I'm not gonna go on a $500,000 shopping spree. Not if I can buy a house with it. That would be the stupidest thing ever. People say I don't know how to manage money. I do. When I was younger, I was the one that saved $300. I saved up money. I was taught at a very young age how to save money. Right now, money just goes, and I see it. Because I have to get the things that I need that are necessary. I didn't have no clothes. All my clothes were auctioned off in the car. I asked the shelter for clothes. They didn't have any in my size. Well, I haven't went to fast food except to have breakfast this morning, because me and my mom didn't eat breakfast. We wouldn't have eaten anything all day. So yeah. I tried to call for places that I got referred to for help. So programs that someone told me to call to see, and I couldn't reach out to them. And one of them, I'm already on a wait list for that. So I have allergies. That's not going to be enough for me to get a place to live. Somebody is really screaming. Anyways, because they want 2 to 3 times the rent, and you're not making $3,000 at McDonald's. And if you don't have 2 to 3 times the rent, and then housing will tell you make too much. You could get on Section 8, but then they're going to tell you make too much. I already know. I see it with my friend who literally works and couldn't get a place. It's frustrating. Like, why did they do that to people? I understand that people don't pay the rent on time, but it affects all of us when we have to go through that. Like, again, I don't want to keep renting to an apartment all my money, and then if something happens, we gotta be out. Like, Walmart's not a good place to work at, and I can't work with, I have major depression and PTSD. I'm just trying. So someone said apply for disability. I've already done that, but I haven't applied yet because my appointment's not till the 21st. Also, my mom already applied for disability, but it's going to probably take 6 months, 8 months, probably a year. Who knows? Well, if I was going to get denied, I wouldn't be applying. I have no choice. It's better to apply than to not, because at this point I need an income. Thank you. It is really for a house. Like, people said it's for Comic-Con. Who is spending $500,000 at a Comic-Con? You ask me. And the fact that Comic-Con's not till January, like, hello, I'm not even thinking about Comic-Con. Yeah, it's like, 2-3 months away, but I'm not thinking about that right now. I need to get a place to live fast so I can start doing things. If I start making money, I can start doing my clothing line and start working on my restaurant. You know, the things that someone said it doesn't have to be going to work. It could be starting a small business. Well, if I have the money to do that, I can work towards getting the money for my restaurant. That's going to go towards gun violence. No. Sorry, I have allergies. My day was hectic. We did art, and then we went to the gas station, got a drink, and then we came here. No, I'm not white. Sorry guys, it's my allergies. If I had like the money, like I said, if I was making that money on my live streams again, I could have already been paying the rent for that house for other people to rent with me. You know. Yeah, if Shamar can get a house, so can I. I kind of got a little discouraged because I know it's a lot to ask for from people. But at the same time, I'm going to work for it, if that makes sense. Because I have to do social media. I'm not just going to buy a house and do nothing. That makes no sense. I can't sit around and be doing nothing. I don't like it when someone says, how does it feel not doing anything? I am doing something. I can't start Twitch because I can't have people in my background. So I left property to go live. If I go live on property, I was told that if they catch me going live, I will be kicked off property. She already does not like me. She already kicked me out of one place. And she said, because we are seeking, because that's the only place they have for a place to stay, and my mom really needs a place to stay, I can't jeopardize that because of her health problems. You know, and no, she does not want to go to an old folks home. So I don't know why someone suggested that. She literally cried because we had to be separated. And I said, well, if that's a place for you and they're paying for it with your insurance, just go, because I cannot be worried about you not having a place or being stuck at this shitty place again. I'll stay stuck at the shitty place and you could go there, but they didn't have a place. And she cried because she wasn't going to be with me. And I don't know how to do this, because a lot of the programs, there's a lot of programs that help, but they don't want to help you. And it has nothing to do with the job. When someone said I was in a shelter and they require you to have a stable income, no, they don't. A lot of people have gotten housing help with no income. So yeah, I was gonna battle today, but I don't feel up to it. My allergies. 5:09. I've been keeping track. I call German people white supremacists. Okay, I guess the Holocaust didn't exist. I guess the Holocaust never happened. That's what someone said, that I called German people white supremacists. So, by their logic, the Holocaust never happened. Isn't that white supremacy? Literally, the Holocaust was built off of white supremacy. What are you talking about? Hitler was a German who hated Jewish people and anyone who was not blonde-haired, blue-eyed white people. Use your common sense. The Holocaust happened based off of white supremacy. You're sitting here under a fake profile, literally acting as if the Holocaust never happened. Did you not read the diary of Anne Frank? Did you not see what happened to Anne Frank? All because she was not what they envisioned, which was white power? Hello? Duh. No, he was not. He was German. Germans were white power. Look it up. Yes, he was. In their eyes, no, they weren't. In the Germans' eyes, no, they weren't. No, they weren't. Not in their eyes. It was white power. Why do you think they do that symbol? Yes, because they wanted blonde-haired, blue-eyed white people to take over. And if you weren't that, then you got sent to a concentration camp. And it wasn't just Jewish people in concentration camps. It was black people, disabled people, and gay people who existed in those concentration camps as well. But it was more so Jewish people than any other people. But yes, black people existed in those concentration camps. So did disabled people, and so did gay people. Do your research. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he could still push his hateful ideology. He doesn't have to have blonde hair and blue eyes. That's what it was. The propaganda was everywhere. They literally put propaganda and made fun of Jewish people with big noses and the features of Jewish people. They literally wanted only white power, just like the KKK. Yes, free Palestine. It's crazy. There's probably someone that's disabled. That's someone that's disabled. No, we don't get dinner yet. It doesn't matter if he was Australian, whatever he was, it was still white power no matter how you look at it. Have you not read the diary of Anne Frank? What are we doing? Like defending a horrible man. And literally sitting here saying that basically that person, I didn't say that. And my live stream screen recorded. That person insinuated that the Holocaust did not exist based off of their comments saying that that I said Germans are white supremacists, because they are. History tells is a tale as old as time. Do your research. No, he said that Germans are not white supremacists. Why did I say Germans are white supremacists? Because they are. I'm not uneducated. Generalizing? Okay, well, look, their ancestors were horrible people. That's like white people that literally had black slaves. You can't just escape your ancestors. You need to be fighting these systems. If no one's talking about the systems that are hurting people of color, then what are we doing? Because people are still sitting here comparing a genocide to a Holocaust. That's like, in a sense of like, okay, so it is technically, it's a mass unaliving of people, which is technically a Holocaust. What I mean is they're saying one is more so worse than the other. That we should not care about Gaza and we should care more so about the Holocaust back then. No, because it's equally as bad. What are you talking about? People do need to be talking about that. People in Gaza, she's right here. The people in Gaza are almost wiped out. Their population is almost gone. Look it up in Google. They wiped out a whole entire population of people. Millions of people are almost gone. You know? Yeah, it is true. Look it up, because a video came up on my Instagram and I was shocked. Yeah, they have been bombing since way before October 7th when they claim it started. It didn't start October 7th. It started before then. And even then, they still have bombed people. They've bombed reporters. They've bombed hospitals. They've bombed children. It's mostly children that have passed away. Lots of children. They have been bombing since, and they have not stopped because Trump has not helped any. Trump does not care. Everyone wanted to vote Trump because they said, well, Kamala won't help people in Gaza. Do you think Trump is helping people in Gaza? No, he's not. Hello. I don't like Candace Owens. I don't like her. I don't care to watch her. I really don't.